Okay, well I was so excited because today I got the brand new Stencil 1 mini ATC size stencils, and well, I opened them up outside. I couldn't even make it into the house before I got them, but I had to make something right away, and I thought, well, while I'm at it, I might as well also show you how to use the Stencil 1 sprays with a sponge so you can get a more concentrated look. And this is something that I've been wanting to share with you anyways, so it seemed like a good time to do it. So I'm going to start with one of these pre-cut pieces of ATC cardstock from Strathmore. It's really nice cardstock, already cut to size. And we're going to take a color of the Stencil 1 spray. This one is green. And you need a cosmetic sponge, just one of these wedge things, and a binder clip. So folding the sponge in half, just going to clip this together. It makes it an easy way to hold onto the sponge as we do our pouncing motion. So I'm going to choose one of the small stencil images, which I love this little Super 8. Put this down here. And then shaking up the spray, because you always want to shake it before you spray it to make sure there's fluid up there in that straw. Switch hands because I'm right-handed. I'm going to spray just once into the sponge, that one little dot of color. And then before I put it on here, because really stenciling is kind of a dry art, so we don't want too much ink to get underneath the stencil, and since I don't want to spray it or even tape it down, I just want to hold it on there so I can do it quickly. We want to take some of that ink out by kind of tapping it off to the side until it gets a little bit lighter. And then just kind of in an up and down motion, I'm just going to pounce on here. So I'm not swiping at it at all. I'm just up and down like this until we get the whole image colored in. And I always kind of like to move left to right, and it'll start out darker and get lighter as you use the ink up in the sponge, but then when you're done, you have a nice concentrated image. Lines are still pretty crisp. I probably went a little heavy there, but that's okay. Another advantage of using the ink in the sponge is we can do a kind of fun layering. And since I'm controlling where the ink is going, and I'm not going to re-ink, I want it to be lighter, I just won't go over that image from my first stencil here. So I'll kind of work around it. Again, I'm still just pouncing, and now the ink is really light in here because I've used most of it up. So I'm not running too much of a risk of over-inking at all. So we get that neat little layer effect. And then just to even the space out. And again, I'm still not going to re-ink. So you can see this ink goes a long way. You really don't need to use much of it. This little bottle will last you forever. So, it's my layering. And then while I still have some ink in here, I can kind of take this around and do the edges. Maybe fill the background in a little bit. And it's getting really light, but then I'll kind of finish it off. Like that. This one I added a little bit of extra spray by actually spraying on there. And then I have this one I just wanted to show you. This is remnants of using the spray as a spray. So that can be another reason why you want to use the sponge, is sometimes the spray is really messy. Sometimes you want to be messy. So anyway, there's the new images and how to use the stencil sprays with a sponge. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.